Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Time of Possession podcast here with my good friends Ryan Jones, Jared Hickman, and yours truly, Tyler Van Dyke. Crazy. I gotta say, guys, this NFL playoffs has been one of the best in how many years? Like, it has just been insane. We've been texting in the chat about it, right? Like, just absolute peak. Every
I
game has
think
just been nuts.
I think 2021 was like the last peak playoffs in my opinion. Like 2021 was very good. Um,
Yeah.
Before that, I'm not sure, but that was kind of the last time I was like, this is on the level of what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
It's been
me
crazy,
having
man.
me having
And
no vesting interest anymore, just no, I don't have to
it's still fun
stress.
to watch the games though, right? Like I would still love watching regardless. That's just me though.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, my team's not in it anymore, as you know, so I don't have to stress anymore. I can just watch. So
Yeah,
this
just
this
enjoy.
feels like a
There you
common
go.
thing nowadays, to where I'm on the couch and both y'all are like I feel like I'm back in like 2015 watching the Broncos be good again, and I'm like,
It's funny because
well,
you mentioned 2021, and I believe that's when Jared was watching the Super Bowl with us, right? Was that 2021? Yeah, I think so, right?
I don't know.
I
Or was that 2020?
might have been 22, because I think that was the year you guys graduated. At least the
I'm
year.
literally wearing the freaking. Does this say the year anywhere?
I
Hold
might
on.
not. I want to say it's 2022, because that was the year you guys
Yeah.
graduated.
Yeah.
So like I met you guys fall 2021, and then
Yeah,
so
this
basically
2021 was Rams
the
over was
21-22
Rams over
playoffs.
Bengals,
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was. Okay. That's
where you
kind of
had
crazy that you say that was
Yeah,
one of the best
where you had
playoffs
like
since.
Cincinnati with all their last second, field
Dude,
goal
the
win.
AFC games were
Right.
insane that year. Yeah.
That was that Niners Packers game that
Mm-hmm.
the I don't think what Brock Purdy complete like four passes or something like that. It was like
Yeah.
That's
something
the
They
one in
took
stupid
him
like
out of
the
that.
it like
in the
Where he
snow,
crazy.
didn't
right?
put
That was like that, what, 13-10 game or something like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That Rams Bucks game where the Rams won at the last
We
second,
came
right?
back at the
Brady
last second, bro. That was nuts.
Brady. Bills Chiefs overtime. That was that game that year, So,
I still hate that game because
um,
of how it
yeah.
ended. I still hate that game.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna change the rules again because our Lord and Savior, Josh Allen lost again. So, um,
For real though, man. Yeah, where do you guys want to start? I guess just go in order of the
I think we
games.
need to start by holding a funeral
Yeah, I
for
wore
the Denver
black. I
Broncos
wore black for you, Rye.
and
So I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
you
This
respect
is a
that I
black
did.
hat, so I got you.
Go ahead, get it
listen,
out of your
guys.
Sad,
system.
man.
I want to hear it. Was it worth it
So
in the end? Was it worth it?
That's not really a valid question though, because like he didn't know that would happen. So
I I think so. Here's what I want to do, guys.
Go ahead.
I want to start with just the game,
Okay.
and then I want to talk about the injury to Bo Nix after the fact. I want to talk about the events and the order they happened
the game
because
was insane, man.
the game was nuts. There were multiple times I thought the Broncos were out of it and done for.
Yep.
And despite what you guys, what the viewers, anybody listening to this podcast, um, shout out to the boys, Nick and Ozzy, for commenting on the recent pods. That's pretty sick.
Oh, I didn't
Some
know.
of my good friends.
I did not know.
Oh,
Were
cool.
those
Yeah,
some of the
check
ones
the
we
YouTube. One of it.
were those some of the ones we did the
Is it
draft
on
reaction
YouTube?
with?
The YouTube comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them's
Nice.
one of them. Nick's a Seahawks fan. He
Okay,
commented
yep.
on our last
It's
episode.
Ooh.
Just he
it
said
is
"Go
him.
Hawks," and then Ozzy commented on the Spotify and said that I don't know this Ryan guy, but he's really good looking. So I just wanted to point that out.
Seem
But yeah, so
like
despite
True
very
friends right there.
based,
True
very
friends.
based comments. Not gonna lie.
Pretty great, right? Yeah. So shout out the boys. But listen, guys, despite what you hear from Dan Orlovsky on ESPN, aka Josh Allen's PR team, the reason the Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills by a score of 33-30 in overtime, it was not because of referees and blown calls. And if you guys want to debate that with me, we can. That's fine. It was not because Josh Allen's team let him down. It's not because of that. I thought the defense was fine overall, for the Bills. And it's not because he had an incompetent coach in Sean McDermott, who got fired today, obviously. They should be on the phone with Mike Tomlin immediately, even though he's probably going to broadcast for a year.
I mean, I kind of called it, boys, like to start to cut off. I remember a couple of weeks ago before the playoffs, I said if they lose, he needs to be gone or he should be gone, and we all agreed on that. Like, hey, we got a prediction right, boys. Yep. We got one right.
I mean, after a while, when it just becomes the same thing every single year, man, like
this
you
was
gotta
it.
Move on at some point.
This was it, and they failed. I think
this was the breaking point.
The Bills clearly just are not good against the AFC West winner. I think we've just all discovered that. But I felt like if they played my team, then we would have lost. So,
you heard all the analysts, like say the same thing we did as well. Of like, this is their year. They don't have any of the ghosts chasing after them. They don't have Lamar or Mahomes, all that, whatever. Like,
we literally picked them to win the Super Bowl.
In our group bracket. Yeah.
We did. That is so crazy. That's true. I have them in one of my other brackets as well. So yeah,
I had them in my bracket.
Shows you what we know.
My bracket was toast after literally Sunday. So
this was their best shot. I mean, but we also knew that Denver could beat them. That game was just, man, that game was crazy, bro. I loved watching it. It was awesome. It's nuts.
And so, despite all of what you've heard today, ladies and gentlemen, from Josh Allen's PR team, on ESPN, on Get Up, on First Take, on everything, from all the Twitter people, they lost this game because their quarterback, who some people believe is the best player in the world, by the way, was outplayed by the now injured Bo Nix. I have been very slow to give credit to Bo and to go all the way in and be like, the Broncos have got their guy, their franchise quarterback. I'm in, guys. I'm in. This was the best game of his career. Say what you want about the completion percentage, whatever the case may be. When the biggest moments mattered, when the game was on the line and everything happened and mattered the most and all that stuff, all the stereotypical football stuff was on the line, Bo Nix stepped up, and I'm not seeing anybody give him credit for it because he threw 3 touchdowns, only had 1 turnover, while Josh Allen, everyone's Lord and Savior, had 4 turnovers. And I got people on TV blaming the lineman for not jumping on his fumble.
That's crazy.
Well, to be fair, the one before the half, the lineman should have had it. I don't know how he didn't come up with that.
He should have. Yeah, no, it was right there.
Quarterbacks, any ball carrier in the National Football League, you're taught to carry the ball like a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
not like this.
Like this, bro. Yeah, he literally runs like, yeah. Mm-hmm. He needs to get some ball security, bro. That's crazy. And he hardly ever turned it over in the playoffs before that. This is like his first time and that just shows you guys are the best defense, bro. Like,
arguably.
Arguably. Houston, whatever.
Houston's right there, obviously. Yeah. Both.
The point that's my point, though. The defense, the defense that you're going up against, and as a quarterback, you have to know who your opponent is. You're playing a great defense. So, dude, protect the football. And it's not even the turnovers. They still had a chance to win it. The throw to, was it one of the tight? I don't know if it was Knox or Kincaid.
Knox.
That throw on that poster, he had him. That's the game, and he missed the throw. The Broncos should have lost
It
on
was
that play.
to Kincaid, and he missed that
Yeah,
throw. Yeah,
he's
he
wide
had
open.
him, bro, wide
He
open.
beats Alex Singleton on the inside. Alex Singleton's not a good coverage linebacker.
Post
He's just
route, bro.
he's a run stopper, and he had him wide open, and he missed him.
Mhm.
He had one
overthrew him.
out, the out route to Mecole Hardman. It's open. He underthrows him. The
Yeah, he probably
interception
catches
to
that
Jaquan
if it
McMillan.
doesn't hit the ground. Yeah.
The interception to Jaquan McMillan. Like, it's we can
That
argue
was-
about, like,
That was bad.
also Twitter analysts that use pictures, like screenshots of a play. Like, you're just an idiot. You're just dumb. I'm sorry. If you're using pictures to analyze a play, a human being moving in motion, Brandon Cooks at no point had possession of that football.
No, he did not. And I knew it right away. I know you knew it
He
right
had
away.
no
We were talking about it. Like, he did not.
He never completed the
Nope.
catch. And
Never did. And it
every
came to
single
the ground, and it was free. That's a free ball to grab, and he did.
like, I should be more happy after a win like we just had. But I can't be, because Jarrett Stidham is going to be starting the AFC Championship game in Denver. And I can look at preseason highlights and all that and be like, oh, look, he was 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He tore it up in the preseason. He was
He's
drafted
never
to
been
be
that guy, though.
he was drafted to be Tom Brady's replacement at one point. I do think, sidebar, I do think it says something that at a certain point, when Josh McDaniels was a head coach for the Raiders, take it with a grain of salt. He did, like, actively go out. I think he traded for Jarrett Stidham, and then Sean Payton made Stidham one of the highest paid backup quarterbacks in the league, with Russell Wilson starting on the team. So I just think that the fact that 2 really, good offensive minds wanted him, and it's a little bit of copium, I'm not going to lie, gives me a little bit of hope. But yeah, man, to answer your question, Jared, it was worth it. Yeah. I don't really care. I survive in advance. That's what the name of the game is at this point. And
Really
we will give our predictions later, for the NFC and AFC Championship games. I can make a very compelling case that the Broncos can win that game. They can beat the Patriots.
Just off defense. I think.
Just off the defense, but I could also make a compelling case offensively. So yeah, man. What were you? I mean, you guys tell me what you thought of the game, and everything that has transpired, in the last 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever.
You can go first, Tyler.
Man, it was a hell of a game. It was a roller coaster of a game. I played a similar kind of roller coaster game as well. And you guys, that was a high scoring game. It was crazy. I mean, dude, it was just insane to watch. And then finding out Bo is done, like, both me and Jared were just shocked when we went in the chat. We were talking about it, like, couldn't believe that's how it's gonna be now. Like, the Patriots are good, obviously. But Drake May didn't really play that well, in my opinion, yesterday. I mean, he played well, but he fumbled it like crazy. Yes, he threw touchdowns, but same type of thing is, like, on a Broncos defense, like, you can't be doing the same thing Josh Allen did, because what happened, So that's gonna be an interesting matchup for sure. I don't feel for Jared Stidham at all. He's probably shaking in his boots like all week this week, trying to, like, get ready and prepare. And oh man, that's crazy, bro. Having to take over like a game before the Super Bowl is nuts. Like,
Yeah.
When did Nick Foles take over? Was it? I'm trying to think.
It was like
It was way before.
Yeah,
It was like
It was like a playoff run. Like, he had the whole
it was
playoff run.
It was like week 15 or
Yeah,
16
okay,
or
so
something like that. 14 maybe.
he had the whole
It,
playoff run then. So
he had
that's
a
totally
couple more
different.
games. So
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And no offense to Jared Stidham, but I think Nick Foles is probably a better quarterback too. So,
yeah, we'll see.
yeah, maybe. You never know. It's going to be interesting though. That was a crazy game though, man. I love watching Josh Allen play, obviously, but I also knew, like, you guys, in my opinion, have top 2 defense. So yeah, he turned it over, just like you said. Like, you can't make excuses for that. Every single year, it's the same result. I mean, McDermott, it was just, yeah. It's a roller coaster, bro. Exactly, like it is. And you were right. I think you said that like a year or two ago, honestly.
It's been a
And
thing
yeah,
for a
it's
while.
true.
Yeah.
What do you gotta say, Jared?
I don't know how to look at the Bills now, considering one, Sean McDermott's not going to be there. But we've seen in the past multiple organizations move on from head coaches even after multiple playoff runs, like this year, for example, with the Ravens and the Steelers. But like way back when the Bucks fired Tony Dungy when they couldn't get over the hump, and then they hired John Gruden, and then they won the Super Bowl. That's just an example. But the problem is, the best candidates are like already taken out. Kevin Stefanski's now the Falcons head coach, as I called, and then John Harbaugh is now the head coach of the Giants. We don't know if Mike Tomlin is going to be coaching this next year. He might take a break for a year or two.
Kind of looks like he's in that kind of mode. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in dad mode right now, and then he's probably going to be in media mode for the next season. So really, unless you get like a Clint Kubiak, or if you want to promote Joe Brady, I mean, it's possible, but I just don't see any like.
Some people are saying Dable for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
He was with Josh.
I mean,
But
McDaniel.
I don't even know if that's an upgrade at coach.
McDaniel could be, but just going in division, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't know how it would look in division to go from the Dolphins to the Bills. We'll see, but I feel for the Bills because as teams that have never won a Super Bowl, depending on those teams. My uncle's a Bills fan, so I have a partial like for the Bills. And it sucks to see when the same teams that win Super Bowls just knock them out, the Chiefs specifically. And once again, we're waiting. When is so-and-so going to win a Super Bowl? We don't know. Once again, in this
Brian
year...
Daboll. Dable's the current betting favorite according to FanDuel.
Makes sense.
Followed by Mike McDaniel in second, Clint Kubiak in third, and then Joe Brady. Mike McCarthy's on the list. And then long shots, according to this, is Belichick and Tomlin. So
I'm going to pretend you didn't say the first name because I don't think he'd go there. So anyway.
Daboll?
No, Belichick. Like out of the long shots.
Oh. No. So the odds are showing that Tomlin's probably taking a year off.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So he's probably out of the question.
So it is really unfortunate. We're in a situation where, once again, we're not going to see a team win its first Super Bowl because the football gods say, I like seeing the same teams win. So, and I don't know if you guys noticed the championship games, it's both going to be coached by guys named Mike and Sean on both sides.
That's cool.
That's actually really funny.
So we're actually going to get we're either
that.
going to get another Mike versus Sean in the Super Bowl, or we can get Sean versus Sean or Mike versus Mike. So it's just pick, really. I mean,
Mike versus Mike, bro.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, man, seeing the Patriots and the Broncos in the AFC Championship game, God, what are we in 2014? Because yeah, I did not miss this. This is my hell. But then again, every season of football is my hell. So, I'm just congrats to the Broncos as much as I want to throw up saying that. But
And crying Kyle Tucker. What do you want from me? Like,
We're not
oh,
talking baseball.
like, come on, like,
We are talking football right now. We're not on
come
baseball.
like,
But
come on.
I
Like,
feel for
We're not talking about the Dodgers, to be fair, though. He's right. Like,
yeah, we're on football still. So, again, yeah, I feel for the Bills. I felt for the players in the locker room, and I'm gonna give a quick PSA. Anybody that has a problem with men showing emotion after losing a game like that, kiss my ass. I don't want to hear it. Men are allowed to show emotion, dude. You call them a baby. I don't
Facts.
want, like, you're crying behind a screen over this. Then move
no,
on
bro,
if you
they
don't
give
like seeing
everything
them.
for that.
Yeah.
They deserve to cry over stuff like that. Like, they got all the way to the freaking divisional game. Like, come on.
Yeah,
the
like,
way they acted in the locker room after the game signified to me that they might have known that McDermott was going to be out.
McDermott is going to get fired. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe that's.
Bro, Bosa.
It's not like you
freaking
didn't
cracked
lose
his
like
helmet.
Super Bowl or the
Okay.
AFC Championship game. It's just another divisional loss.
yeah,
you know?
but
So,
again, it's
or
like
maybe it's just
the
the
amount
fact
of
that they knew.
this was their best shot,
Right.
and they still screwed it up. That's and I don't think that this game was cheated out of them. No, I mean if you turn the ball over 5-6 times, you deserve to lose the game. It's just that simple. Like the fact that they almost won that game despite all that is just crazy. But again,
No, they're. Yeah.
it's like some QBs, some games are able to turn it over that much, but yet they'll still win because the rest of the team around them just fixes the mistake for them, saying, you know, like with Stroud against Pittsburgh, how many times he turned the ball over, but the defense bailed him out. I know it wasn't the case this week, but you know, it's just.
I mean, no, even this game against the Patriots, he was bailed out a lot, and whole nother conversation. But yeah,
we'll get to them in a second, but yeah, I mean,
I
are we expecting a blowout in the AFC Championship, or do you think this is going to be close?
I don't expect a blowout at all.
Because I'm going to be honest,
I'll save it.
I mean, I know the Patriots haven't like blown anybody out of the water. I mean, even my team, it was still a close game, despite when you watched it, it didn't feel close. But like against a good defense, like May's not gonna like light you up unless he has like a short field, probably. As long as the Broncos defense can create some havoc, they're like I think if your special teams and your defense can get you short fields or get you points, you have a good shot at winning the game. But if not, and you know, I'm not expecting Stidham to put up what Bo Nix did, but at least something serviceable. So
No, look. We'll get to the AFC Championship in a little bit. Just to kind of wrap up Broncos talk. It's just frustrating when, you know, number one. Okay, so I had the day off today because of Martin Luther King. Shout out. But I'm sitting here, I'm watching all the morning TV shows because I want to see what people are going to say about this game because I knew it was going to be the lead on every single show, right? And on Get Up for like 2 hours, we have like Greeny and Dan Orlovsky and Rex Ryan, and all they did was whine about Buffalo not winning this football game. And I'm just like no credit was given to Denver, no credit was given to Bo Nix. We complained about. No,
it happens, dude. That's how the NFL works. They'll talk more about a team that loses than the team that wins. Because you know, I'm gonna say this like I don't like bringing up my team in this because I know they're eliminated. But games we won this year, specifically, I'll give an example: the Chiefs and the Eagles. They talked more about them than us winning those games. That's just what happens.
Yep.
Wow.
They will talk more about the team that loses and that was supposed to win.
They definitely talked more about Philly when you guys won. Yeah, that was crazy.
Like that's just what
it's just crazy, man. And then like I know it's like a running joke like on our podcast that like I don't like Josh Allen. I really I like Josh Allen. I have no problem with Josh Allen. He's a great quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
He is the second best quarterback in the NFL. But he's getting like constant, like Make-A-Wish kid treatment by the media. And I'm just sitting here like, it's okay to criticize a quarterback for not performing in the biggest moments because I don't understand what it is. If it was Patrick Mahomes and he turned the ball over 4 times and lost a game, they would shred him. And they shredded C.J. Stroud today for turning the ball over 4 times. And Josh Allen,
absolutely,
they should. Josh Allen turned the ball the same amount of times as C.J. Stroud.
Right.
The same amount.
That's crazy, bro. It should be the same treatment.
They shredded
and even more because Josh Allen. Everyone.
I know they shredded my QB. I watched everything.
He should definitely be getting some criticism. That's crazy, bro. And they should give respect to the Broncos. That's nuts.
So
like, I can't believe.
This is what I do want to say to viewers as well. Like, so anybody who watches this, I see so many times whenever my team loses, like the media never like criticizes Herbert. Like I watch them criticize him. Rightfully so.
They do.
All week. Even on First Things First, because, you know, Perkins is the only one who defends him. Everyone else on First Things First, just like, eh. And anytime they're not talking about Mahomes, let's be honest, they, like, want to throw up. Honestly, that's kind of why I don't like their football talk at times on First Things First. But, you know, it's Allen that you need to get on the media about. Because we can't act like Josh can do no wrong. Josh certainly did some wrong in this game. Just like every other QB does. Wrong. So I want
he deserves to have some of that criticism for sure, bro. That's crazy.
I'm tired of seeing comments that my QB.
I love watching Josh Allen play, but hell yeah, he turned it over and played like crap. Like
I'm just so tired.
He made some great plays, but you can't. It doesn't matter. 4 turnovers. That's crazy. Like,
I mean. Like my QB turned the ball over 4 times last year, and then you know fans on the cesspool that is Twitter want to say the media never criticizes Herbert. Like they always got to protect him. There's always got to be an excuse for this guy. It's if man, you guys, if man. And I mean, hey, the memes.
That's pretty good, honestly, bro. I like the voice. No,
awesome.
The AI generated images. I mean, okay, whatever. You just got no creativity because you can't draw it yourself. I mean, but hey, I appreciate the effort, and it's funny to see at times when I'm not, down in my depression. But like, hey, man, the media criticizes Herbert. It's time. Like, Allen is the one you need to get on the media about right here. We are telling you. The media is not criticizing Allen enough. So, yeah,
and
that's my take on it.
Just to wrap it up, Josh Allen turns the ball over 5 times, and we're blaming the refs, Bills fans. Bo Nix outplayed every single quarterback this weekend. Out of every quarterback playing this weekend, he had the best performance. You could argue probably Stafford.
I don't know. We'll that fourth down pass from Caleb Williams was pretty sick, not gonna lie.
It was pretty sick. Look, and
Bro,
you wanna
don't even get me started.
I know Tyler was crashing out.
My goodness, dog. How the frick are you running for your life 20 yards behind the damn line of scrimmage?
And he was almost from like midfield almost.
Wide open too. Komet's just wide open, just standing there like, thank you. Like, bro, that's nuts. Anyways, we're not there yet.
We'll talk about it right now. Just one more thing. Go ahead. Yeah. Everybody and the media and like you guys see the NFL posting about, man, you got to feel bad. Like the official NFL account posting, you got to feel bad for Josh Allen's sad face. Like
I don't get bad. My QB does not get that treatment.
Somebody. No one does. C.J. Stroud, it was just C.J. Stroud turned the ball over 4 times. And Josh Allen, it's like, oh, cry emoji because we're so sad he didn't win. And like everyone, like you want to feel bad for a quarterback, feel bad for Bo Nix, who's asked to miss a potential Super Bowl run.
Bro, literally, like.
Who just played the game of his life and won the game of his life. And 5 minutes after he finds out he's out for the season. Feel bad for Bo Nix and give him freaking credit because he was great. He was great. Okay. Rant over. We spent way too much time on it.
Some news, J.K. Dobbins may return.
We'll get there. And yeah, so we'll get there when we make our picks.
Hey, before we get to you did mention
Yeah, we need to hurry it up.
Tyler.
The Natty's in like a half hour.
Screw
you
it.
you
Who
mentioned
cares about Call.
No, they're gonna dog him probably, bro.
You
Oh my
mentioned
gosh.
Joey Bosa. Yeah, his crash out is just expected. Like I expected that. Like he does that all the time. Like Brandon
he
Staley
broke
was
his
probably
helmet. I was like,
probably
oh
on a
my
flight there
gosh.
to hand him back his helmet just so he can throw it down again. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I mean, and yeah, I looked at his stat line, like 3 total tackles. I'm like, really, Joey? Really? Come on,
He hasn't
dude.
been doing anything for them in the playoffs, to be honest.
He
and
hasn't.
Even said
He
to
never
step
really
up
did
to-
anything for us in the playoffs either, dude. I mean,
Lost for years. Ever since he got his first injury, he's been not the same player, and that's just how it is for a lot of guys. He's just not,
It's true.
Tyler, let's talk Rams Bears now. Take us through all your emotions, your thoughts, all what happened, man.
Another roller coaster, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. Like,
I didn't know it was
first off,
17-17 when I looked. I
was
got
really
back
worried we weren't gonna be able to throw the ball,
because of how cold it was.
and we weren't able to throw the ball. Yeah, I guess it was either that or Stafford just couldn't throw it. I don't know. Like there was just so many times where there was open targets and he overthrew it, and Caleb was doing it too. So it seemed like it had to do with the weather because like in the first half, neither team could really like do a whole lot. We weren't moving the ball well. Just low scoring, obviously. And then we kind of got it going, bro. I was pissed when we went away from the run game because all of a sudden we were passing first down, second down, third down, going for it on fourth. I was like, dude, why are we not running the ball? My dad was texting me like, run the damn ball. And I was like, bro, yeah, what are we doing? Finally, we've run the ball. Guess what happens? Oh, that drive ends up in a touchdown with Kyron Williams running it in. Like, bro, hello? Like, you got to get both sides of the offense going, bro. Like,
I don't know what it is this
we
year.
just started going pass heavy, and it wasn't working, and then we finally figured it out.
I said like a lot of teams this year have gone away from what's worked. Like for example, Patriots. Derrick Henry's like destroying teams running the ball. Let's stop giving him the ball, And
Yeah. No,
then,
it's happened a lot with different teams. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know what it is, like just opposite day in these games or something, but yeah. I'm surprised the score was as low as it was. I thought it would have been a little bit more high scoring.
Yeah, no, me too. But then I also took into the account that I think the weather had a factor. We had to play a snow game again. Obviously, it wasn't like
You just
the
didn't have to
snow
deal with
game
Saquon Barkley running over you this time. That's just good.
Yeah, exactly. Like they got it going at times. Like Caleb looked good, but he also turned it over a lot as well, like a lot of the other quarterbacks did. I think he threw like 3 picks. Threw for a ton of yards and ran for some huge plays at the end of the game. That was clutch. He started running. That was another big factor that I kept thinking about all game was like, bro, they have a mobile quarterback. We don't. Like if you cannot throw the ball, then he can run or like do read options and things like that. Like it just opens up so much more for them. And I was worried,
Tyler, I was kind of surprised that I thought that Caleb's legs would be more of
utilized
a
more.
well, just like obviously he can scramble around, but I feel like going into next year, maybe you don't do it in the regular season to minimize injury risk, right? But like once you get to the postseason, I see no reason why you can't design runs for him. He just seems faster than every single other player on the field all the time. Like, and with the things he's able to do, like there's just a lot of stuff you can design off that running and rollouting. They do the rollouts and everything, but
Yeah, it's surprising you think like Ben Johnson for sure would do that, but yeah.
The lights and
It was surprised like how much they didn't utilize it, honestly. Yeah.
the lights were too bright and the air was too brisk cold.
Yeah.
Going into weirdly enough, because like with Caleb's performance and like even if you remove the fourth down touchdown, the play everyone's talking about. It number one, it's crazy he kind of did that in back-to-back weeks. The other one not being a touchdown last week, but like the rollout,
Yeah.
fourth down, 4th and 8 or whatever it was. Um, like I think that weirdly enough, with like the poor completion percentage and just watching him, I go into next season and I'm like, he's probably going to be in my top 10 quarterback rankings. Probably. Like, when you get to the spectacular stuff with him, I just see the improvement year to year. Like, in the beginning of the year, like, there were conversations, and it was like, man, I don't know if these guys are going to work. And now they're like in the divisional round going toe to toe with the LA Rams. And you could see the improvement throughout the season. I see no reason why next year he's not going to take a big jump. As for the Rams side of things, I'm going to have a hard time picking against Seattle. And I'll tell you why.
Dude, I'll
I
tell
just
you,
think
man.
weirdly enough, Seattle has been getting better and better and better. And it seems like the Rams have been kind of in a downward trajectory. They're trending downwards and they're on shorter rest and
They are. No,
everything.
they are. Yeah.
And then again, you can make the argument they have a coach and quarterback who have been here before. Not with the same core of receivers, I guess. You know, Puka and Devontae have never been this deep in the postseason. I don't think Devontae went this deep.
Devontae's been to an NFC Championship with the Packers.
With the
Oh
Packers, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. But Puka hasn't, right? So I guess you can make the argument like, you know, coach quarterback, the Rams have been here before. So you give that experience, and then are you really going to trust Sam Darnold in a big spot? I think it's still a question, despite the fact he played well against Seattle, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Some questionable stuff with Sean McVay's game management. You talked about the lack of the run game. You know, the lack of feeding Kyron a little bit. I just he does weird stuff sometimes in weird spots. Like
Corum
there was
wasn't
like
involved like very much at all in the game, really,
yeah,
until the end. He got involved in overtime. Actually, it was kind of funny. Like it's weird how it's like almost like Sean McVay was like looking at his play sheet after going into overtime, being like, "Oh, I'm not getting him involved or something, bro," because all of a sudden he was getting touches. Like it was crazy. But yeah, um, we survived. I knew Mavis was gonna hit it somehow. He's just like a stud, bro. Thicker the kicker, man. Um, I can't believe that like that's just how it happened. Caleb's throw was insane. I thought we were done. I really did. I'm not gonna lie. Before getting the pick, like they were moving down the field. We weren't stopping them. They kept getting. Caleb shouldn't have thrown that pass. I just gotta say, like he could have just been checking it down, keep checking it down, so they're in field goal range, getting short little out routes, whatever, and instead he tries to throw a 20-something yard pass, and hell of a play by Cam Curl. Like I was just like,
yeah. It was
he
a diving
dove for
interception.
that. That was nuts, bro. Like
A lot
I
of
knew it
film
could
Twitter,
go down.
a lot of film Twitter is saying that it's actually on DJ Moore, like he's supposed to kind of sit on the route instead of like continuing to advance upfield, like
Hmm,
he's supposed to cut it sooner.
I'd have to see it
So
again. Yeah,
kind of like, you know, I mean, you can make that excuse for a lot of proper quarterback interceptions and whatnot.
a lot.
Uh, but yeah, again, that kind of like hero mentality probably needs to be coached out of Caleb a little bit. And we
Hmm.
saw it got, you know, again, it was not all or nothing. It was a lot better than last season. Let's just say that.
No, it
For
was.
Caleb
Yeah,
this
that
year.
was a huge step up for Chicago. I loved seeing their progression this year and everything. Like it was great. Um, and they obviously deserve to be there. They played us to the wire. Their defense actually played a lot better than I expected, really, compared to when they played the Packers. So yeah, and we won a game in the snow. I can't be much happier than that. It was crazy.
Yep. Now
Um,
you got to go win a game in the
and
rain.
yeah, now we don't have to play in the snow. We get to play in the yeah, exactly. We get
Hmm.
to possibly play in the rain. We'll see if it rains or not.
I'm
I
on it.
looked like right after the
I'm
game,
on
it's
it.
supposed to be like 40 something. Um, so we'll see. I'll be checking throughout the week. I literally was checking Chicago's weather like all week, bro. like trying to see if it was gonna snow or not. It snowed a little bit at the start of the game, and then thankfully, like it didn't really snow like that much after that. It was just cold and like the snow was already on the ground. But
Yeah, 47
yeah,
degrees.
didn't come away with any injuries, so
Cloudy.
happy.
I don't know about rain though, but it will be cloudy.
Very scared of the Seahawks. Not gonna lie, bro.
You should be. You
Have
should be.
one of the best defenses in the NFL as well, and
Yeah.
they absolutely stomped the Niners, and that scared the hell out of me. So yeah,
Boys.
to be fair, we beat them in our first game at SoFi, and then we played them extremely tough in Seattle, and went OT and everything. So should be a really good game. Hopefully, I mean both teams weren't able to stop each other all year, really. So
Well,
compared to what
I'm
they did the
looking. I'm
Niners,
looking
I don't
at the
think they're gonna
weather
be
on
able
my
to.
app. There is a 46% chance for it to rain on Sunday in Seattle.
It rained in that last game.
Yeah.
So
Well.
That's right.
Yeah.
the last
We'll see.
time we were at Seattle, it rained at the start.
Weirdly enough, if you're the Rams, you prefer the snow. I've heard
I know it's
people
kind of
talk.
crazy, right? Because you can
Heard
actually like
people-
throw through it somehow.
Yeah, you could actually grip a football.
Mhm.
If it's soaking wet, it's obviously harder to grip a football. If it's snow, snow is more solid. I mean, depends on how solid and how cold it is, how solid the snow is, and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so I mean, those were kind of the two close games. The other
Yeah.
two games, not so much. Obviously, Niners Seahawks. That was a bloodbath from the start.
Belt
You knew
to ass.
Bro.
Yeah, you knew it from the opening kickoff. And
Literally,
honestly,
all of us were like, oh my God, the Bills Broncos, that game was insane. And all of a
And
sudden,
then you get that
freaking
game.
5 minutes later, I changed to the channel and it's like Rashid Shaheed, 97-yard return touchdown. Like, oh, this just started. Okay. Jeez Louise.
No, so I get back to, because
That shit was crazy.
disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, I was at a convention in Pomona. I get back with Chipotle to my hotel.
At a con, though?
I like to go have fun. I'm sorry, but
No, it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Never mind. Don't take it that way. Fuck, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I get back with my Chipotle to my hotel, and I'm like, okay. I get notification. It is 17-0. I'm like, what? What? I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch then because the Seahawks are just winning.
Bro, I did not watch like any of the second half. I was like, well, this is not worth it. They were getting absolutely stomped. My mom's a Niners fan. She was dying. She literally doesn't cuss, bro. She was like texting me, what the is this? What the blah blah? Like, how is this?
Well, I think for the
like,
Niners,
oh my gosh, bro.
For the Niners, the injuries finally.
But I told her, I was
up.
like, the injuries finally caught up to them. Exactly. Like, it just is how it goes. You can only keep getting. I don't want to say lucky, but you can only go so far with like all of the injuries and everything that they.
Yeah, like look at my team.
Yeah,
we got.
The Seahawks don't have any of that.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
like some of the, like, I mean, like
Hey,
to my Niners friends, I'd be like, hey, at least you won a game. Like I can't say that.
yeah, the Seahawks contained Christian McCaffrey, so that helped. For the most part, he had a crap load of carries, but I don't know, guys. We've had the conversation all year long. Maybe they should have gone to Mac Jones earlier. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say? Last week I was giving Purdy a lot of credit. This week didn't look too good, man. I don't know. For real though, the injuries
Jones is gonna take shots like crazy down the field and give him a chance to stay in that game, possibly. I mean, that's one thing, but I don't know. He still probably would have like not done that well. The Seahawks were smothering too, though, bro. Like that defense was legit, just on everything. Like it was a clinic of watching for a defense. Like this Seattle team feels a lot like a just different little version of the Legion of Boom. Like it's not as crazy,
not as good, but
right, not as good, but like pretty close. Like they have good players in the biggest spots that you need them at. Like.
This wasn't like even a big JSN game. They put up 41 and JSN only had 19 yards.
Yeah.
So it was mainly Kenneth Walker. Walker.
Bro, that dude went crazy.
Yeah, and they also did lose. To be fair, they did lose Zach Charbonnet, so it's going to be,
Damn.
kind of a one person backfield. We'll see who gets the bulk of the carries in the two role. But dude,
the ghost of Marshawn
they
Lynch
the
getting
Seattle.
carries.
Hey, you want to talk about old legends coming back? I was talking to Alex, and I was like, "Do you think the Broncos could call Philip Rivers?"
I was about to say, you
think,
guys should call Philip Rivers. Screw it.
Can you guys pick up someone before
we can
you're
technically, but
allowed
I don't
to?
know if.
Bro,
Yeah, we're allowed
Go
to,
try
I don't
and
think.
steal Joe Flacco.
You know who I really thought about? I was like, you think
Marcus
Drew Brees
Mariota.
has got a
Oh,
couple
Drew
games in him?
Get
You think
out of
Drew's got a
here.
couple
Drew
games?
Get
Brees.
out, bro.
You
That's
think
crazy.
Brady? You think Brady would come out of the booth for a couple
Brady
games? You know what I'm
would,
saying?
bro. Oh my
I mean, if we
gosh.
had Brady,
He
I'm
actually
gonna be
would.
real, guys. If we
Against
had
the
Brady, we'd win the
Patriots,
Super Bowl.
bro, that storyline, oh my gosh.
If we had
Like,
Brady, we'd win the Super Bowl. Tyler, I'm gonna be real. We'd murder you guys if we had Brady.
probably, yeah. Although we played him and the Patriots really tough with Jared Goff that one Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
that shit was lame, honestly. I hated
Yeah,
watching it.
it
'cause
just
it was just like no
it just sucks
offense.
that Jared Goff turned into Jared Goff.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Credits, I got Stafford, and he's taking us way farther. So let's go. We won that trade, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
Now my
You did,
QB's on his
100%.
Matthew Stafford arc right now.
I don't think anyone said we haven't though. So yeah.
Okay, Patriots, Texans, and then we will get to our NFC AFC Championship game picks.
Man,
Um,
I want to say something real quick about this game. So I
knew this was. I knew.
No, so
this was a generational hate watch for you. You had so much fun with this game. I know.
Okay,
it.
so first thing I'm gonna do. I am so sick of analysts, specifically on ESPN, when they make their picks and they don't know who else picked. And once they say they all picked one team, they go, "Oh, can I change?" No,
Bro,
stick with your pick.
Yeah.
Stick with your pick.
Bro.
Don't do that crap.
They all go Texans too.
Yeah, like freaking. Oh my god.
They all were like you went and you.
Yeah, I think it was Swagoo was like, "Can I change mine?" Like, no, you made your pick. You made your pick. You're gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to lay with that pick.
Like here, we make our picks and we don't switch up. We don't switch up because all three of us picked a team and everything. So there's that.
Right.
The second, I'm sure you saw my story, my envy, because the Texans got one of my favorite voice actors to voice over a hype video for them, and I was crashing the fuck out because I was like, "Are you kidding me? This guy is from." I'm anything more mad at the Chargers for this than I am at the Texans, but because he's from San Diego and he lives in LA, and he was a Chargers fan. He's just a little conflicted now because they're in LA. And I told him you should probably still follow the team because it's like, you know, it's not like they left the state, whatnot, da da da. Anyway. The fact that he got the Texans, which is awesome, I'm happy for him. But then the Texans go and lose that game. I'm like, how dare you get Bryce Papenbrook, the voice of Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan, and Inosuke and Demon Slayer, to do a hype video, and then CJ Stroud, and you freaking lay an egg, CJ Stroud? Really? I'm just like, you ain't no way you wasted a Bryce Papenbrook hype video.
Dude, the Texans.
Go ahead. I'm done now. Go ahead.
The Texans they couldn't do anything all day. It felt like Stroud could have had like 9 interceptions. And then we've heard enough people, completely just, crap on CJ Stroud. The Texans couldn't do anything. They couldn't run the ball. They averaged
they really
2 yards of carry as a
team. They could barely run the ball all year. That was an issue. I know Woody Marks was an improvement, but they didn't have a dominant run game.
No, they didn't. Jared, Woody Marks averaged 1.2 yards a carry this game. It was and I guess not having Nico Collins help, opens up the offense can't open up without Nico Collins, right? And I get that, but they probably should. I'm surprised Davis Mills didn't see the field at this point. I did see someone float a take that I want to get your guys' opinion on. Should the Texans ask Aaron Rodgers if he wants to play one more year of football?
So you're saying give up on CJ Stroud essentially without saying it?
I'm not saying give up. I'm not saying give up on him at all. I'm saying
Have him learn under him.
no. I don't even know if it's that. Just have two quarterbacks on your roster,
Mm.
and
Kind of like Russell Wilson, like when they did Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston before they got Jackson Dart. I
dude,
guess. Like,
Stroud has not. He has not been good since his rookie
Yeah.
season, and you can blame the lack of an offensive line. I mean, okay, that doesn't stop Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow. It just
Yeah, it
doesn't. You know,
doesn't.
they're good without their offensive line. They're good without an offensive line. And I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just the lack of Tank Dell in this offense or something. You know, like I remember rookie year, Tank Dell was amazing. I don't know if you guys remember Tank Dell, but
he was insane, bro. I thought he before Nico Collins. I was
he
like,
was the one.
Tank Dell was the
Yeah.
dude.
And then back to back leg injuries for Tank Dell. You know, he's probably never going to be the same player, but I don't know, man. It seems like CJ Stroud got a little high on his own supply, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean?
Let's remember he was calling himself a killer in the room with Micah Parsons.
He said he was a top after his rookie year. He called himself a top 5 quarterback, and I remember him like big broing Caleb after they beat the Bears. Remember last year, and just like so many of these moments, and he just has not improved as a quarterback. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
I wonder if that's the Ohio State.
I don't know what the answer is for Houston.
I wonder if that's the Ohio State QB gene. They can't improve once they reach the NFL. Like we look at Justin Fields and we look at others before him. Just Ohio State QBs. I mean, Stroud's so far I think been the most successful that I can remember, at least. But before Stroud, I can't think of any other Ohio State QB that's like done well in the NFL. So
yeah, I don't know. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about for like any of these games before we get into the picks?
I
AFC
want
and NFC
to
Championship?
once again give a PSA and say that I love Mike Vrabel and he is my coach of the year. He is going to be coach of the year. We should all expect this. Yeah, I love Mike Vrabel. He's such a great coach.
Well, you're gonna be severely disappointed very soon then, because I gotta.
We will have an
make
hour
a
sermon on here if he does not win coach of the year. I need to be right about at least one thing because I'm
crazy.
always getting shit wrong when we talk about football. I need to be right about something.
Hey, you got Kevin Stefanski right, bro. What are you talking about?
That's
Yeah,
true, but
man.
that was deep in my depression when we lost, so I was like, you know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time, and we'll try to do this quickly. Here at the end of the podcast, it is time to make our official predictions for the NFC and AFC Championship games. We'll go in order of the times. Both games are on Sunday, so there's not really a rest advantage for the Super Bowl. It doesn't really matter. It's 2 weeks away anyways, right? Patriots, Broncos is the first game at 3 o'clock on CBS. Amazing. I get to hear Tony Romo again. It's going to be awesome. I
will
love
say
hearing his
the one
commentary.
good thing I'll say about him is that he totally predicted that Mims needed to have a big game and like he was an X factor and like I was like that really did happen. It was good.
Yeah, and he's going to need to have a big game again. New England is going to Denver, and obviously New England's going to be favored, especially if Bo Nix is not going to be available for this game. New England's 5.5-point favorites. If I'm a betting man, I will take the Broncos plus 5.5. I just think that is too big of a line for a conference championship game. I understand that the quarterback position is the most important position in all the sports, but Denver has the better roster overall. And then if you want to call the coaching, call it a coin flip, I guess. You know what I mean? So my case for the Broncos, because of course I'm going to be picking the Broncos in this football game, even without Bo Nix. My case for them, Jarrett Stidham is not going to turn the ball over. He just won't. That's his whole thing. He's not going to do anything spectacular. He won't turn the ball over. At least, with Bo Nix, it's more hot and cold, right?
That's good.
You get big plays, but you also get turnovers in there. I don't think he's going to take any big chances. I think that Sean Payton's a great offensive coach. He's going to scheme them open. J.K. Dobbins may be returning, so that may be a big boost to the run game, which the Broncos are going to need in this game.
Yeah, I didn't like how they didn't get RJ involved a lot, honestly, like running the ball.
They have not been able to run the ball very consistently. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys have been watching. Drake May just has not played good football in the playoffs. He just hasn't.
No, they've just been able to do just
he's
enough.
Be,
just enough.
That's
exactly.
Enough. And their defense.
He's played two good defenses in the Chargers and the Texans, and he's done enough to beat those defenses. I just think the Broncos are better. I just think they are. I think they have the better roster overall. And I think that the Broncos are going to be at home this time. Say what you want about Mile High and the Broncos fans and all that. It is a big home field advantage. And it's like a college atmosphere for the pros. It's loud. New England does not have a good history coming to the Broncos and the playoffs. They are 0-3 all time when they are on the road in Denver in the playoffs. And I predict it's going to go to 0-4. You want to talk about the Super Bowl? That's a whole nother discussion. For this game in particular in the AFC, I'm going to take the Broncos to win it in a very low-scoring game. Drake May is going to turn the ball over a couple times, and the Broncos are going to do just enough, maybe get a defensive score to win this game. And Sean Payton's just going to be in his bag, and I think people are going to kind of respect Jarrett Stidham after this game. People don't know about Jarrett Stidham. I do. He's going to be solid in this football game. Now you guys can go ahead and pick the Patriots.
Well, it seems me picking the other team has worked well for you, Ryan, so I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that because I'm going to do it for you, buddy. I'll pick the Patriots because the reverse psychology is whatever I pick, the football gods clearly don't want to happen, so I'm doing this for you. I'm picking the Patriots to win by 2 scores.
Oh, man.
It's tough. I do see a possibility where Denver can win for sure. It sucks not having Bo because I would have picked them 100%. But I think, I don't know. I don't like how Drake Mays looked, honestly, that much in the playoffs. Really,
Patriots
he's
fans
better, he's better than Jarrett Stidham. I'll tell you that.
Patriots fans will try to tell you he's a top 5 QB. That's all I will tell you.
Yeah, Ramondre had some weird eye injury or something. Hopefully he's good. But yeah, there's I don't know. I think Patriots. I guess I'll have to go Patriots. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I want.
We'll do the reverse psychology. I got you.
Pick against the Broncos, guys. Pick against the Broncos.
It's funny.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that same energy when you guys don't pick me to win next year. Again, I'm gonna need that same energy.
I think the Chargers are going to be good next year. I don't know what. I pick the Chargers every year to make the playoffs. I think they're always going to be good.
That is just what we are. Is just good enough to make the playoffs. It's when we get there is where everything falls apart. So unfortunately, we are the Aaron Judge of football. We are good in the regular season, great even. Then we disappear. You know what? Off top before we get to the Seahawks Rams, real quick, Ryan. Yeah, going forward, I'm gonna have
the Yankees mainly, right? Because Aaron Judge shows up in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, when he's only hitting singles this past playoffs, yeah, but
yeah, true.
I'm going to treat the
Yeah.
Chargers like Aaron Judge. I don't care what you do in the regular season. You can sweep the division like you almost did this year. You can beat a bunch of playoff teams. If you're not giving this fan base a playoff win, what optimism is there to have that things will be different? So,
I guess.
I mean, you would understand what I'm going through if you understood my pain, but you're not anymore because you're in the promised land. You're a step away from the promised land. So,
well, I would have been if I had my quarterback, but my quarterback is hurt.
all right,
We'll see what happens.
Rams,
I'm taking the ball.
Seahawks.
Okay, the Rams are heading to Seattle, who again is the number 1 seed. It is kind of weird, you got a 2 and a 1 seed, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, and then, the Bears were the 2 seed, but like we knew that these were the 2 best teams in the NFC, the whole time. They fought it out for the 1 seed. Seattle obviously won that one. Seattle comes in as 2.5-point favorites. Number 1, Seattle has the rest advantage. They have looked better recently. I think it ultimately comes down to, are you really going to choose Sam Darnold in an NFC Championship game over Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford? I am going to do that. Seattle has been... Actually, I'm not. Dude, I don't know. You know what? No, I'm going to stick to my guns. In the beginning of the postseason, my bracket that I keep sending you guys, that's 100% correct. I have the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Give me the Rams. I will take Stafford. I will take McVay. Stafford's the league MVP. I'm always going to go offensive coach over defensive coach. I think that the Rams can pull it out. They have the experience. It's going to be absolute cinema, but give me the Rams in a slight advantage.
Talking like 3 points probably.
Yeah, so give me the Rams plus 2.5. Boys?
You already know my pick. I mean, like,
Yeah. Okay, Jared, are you going to go with the Rams, or are you going to be the,
Seattle's good. I'm scared.
Seattle's the
Definitely. Like, it's gonna be
only
a tough
team
game.
that I
just
have
hope we can
no
prevail.
slight disdain for. And honestly, I don't want a Rams Broncos Super Bowl. For reasons.
It'd be great for the podcast. I don't know. Come on, that'd be great.
For
It'd be
2/3
great
of
for
the
us.
podcast. For me, it's just getting cucked.
Come on. Oh, come on.
But I've rooted for both of you guys in
I feel
separate
like I've said
Super
this
Bowls.
before, but you can. I was gonna say, yeah, you can like root with your friends, bro. You can. Be
I've done that.
With,
I've done that. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of sick of it. Because it feels like I'm doing it a lot. So,
understandable.
if it's Rams Broncos, I will not be the deciding vote. I refuse to be. So, I'm picking
This is
Seahawks.
lame. This is just lame. Pick a side. What do you mean?
I am a lame individual, yes, but for my Mariners, coming up this baseball season, I have to roll with the Seahawks. Plus, the story of Seattle this year is just... I'm just like, I'm bought in. I know what you say about offensive coach over defensive coach. I get that. I want to believe in Seattle, like, so bad. But it would not surprise me if Puka Nacua gets like 300 receiving yards and like they blow out the Seahawks, but
I don't think a blowout's possible in this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. As long as Sam Darnold does not see ghosts, I think the Seahawks will win the game. So, I'm going to pick the Seahawks.
All right.
So, I mean, I know I picked the Patriots, but Ryan, it was for you for reverse psychology. So, really, the Super Bowl I'm hoping is, I guess, Broncos Seahawks, a rematch of 2014? right?
Was it 13? I don't.
It might have been the
remember.
13-14 season. It
Regardless-
might have been that season. I don't know.
I'm gonna be. Can I be completely honest with you? I don't want that.
You don't?
I would much rather have the Rams. Not because of podcasts, whatever, any of that. I feel like there's a good chance if that happened, we'd get curb stomped by Seattle again. You know what I mean? So I just don't want that to happen.
2 curb stomps back-to-back Super
So-
Bowls? That'd be insane. They'd be like, what are we
Wait,
even?
Not even. I mean, dude.
At least last year's was fun.
You know what I mean?
Last year's curb stomping was fun.
It was fun, yeah. All right, boys. Those are our picks. I think. I mean, are we good to wrap it up? We got a national championship to watch.
I mean, there's some big news that happened on Thursday, like we gotta, Tyler, our mom and pop underdog Dodgers signing Kyle Tucker.
Oh, yeah, dude. Let me tell you what. I don't know how this team of underdogs is going to be able to win a World Series. They are so undermanned and don't get me started on that pitching rotation and bullpen, guys. I don't know if they can do it with
Horrible,
that
man.
rotation.
It's awful.
Like, what are we talking? Like, this come on. It's like if the
It's getting
Kevin Durant
ridiculous, bro. Yeah. No,
It's like
it
if the
is.
Kevin listen, for the longest time, I was honestly kind of against the salary cap in baseball. For the longest time, guys. And I thought, make a salary floor so these owners are forced to spend money, right? I changed my mind. Give me a salary cap in baseball. I've changed my mind. I'm sorry. Guys, this is like if the Kevin Durant Warriors in the offseason, they were like, you know what? Let's just go get Paul George and, bring him off the bench. Or, you remember when they signed DeMarcus Cousins, but he was like old, injured DeMarcus Cousins? It'd be like if that DeMarcus Cousins was like really good DeMarcus Cousins.
The Sacramento DeMarcus Cousins?
Yeah, it'd be like, I remember when they signed DeMarcus Cousins, I was like, this is so stupid. But he obviously was injured and not DeMarcus Cousins anymore, right?
Right.
It'd be like if they added DeMarcus Cousins and he was still Sacramento DeMarcus Cousins. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, we're gonna have to go through a whole entire baseball season pretending like we don't know who's gonna win it all.
Well,
like, I'm gonna have to listen to you guys. Oh, I don't know if these guys can flip the switch in the postseason. I don't know about this rotation. Like, you're gonna put up 15 runs a game. I don't know what you want from me. Like,
so my thing
talk about the signing, guys.
Baseball is the
Maybe we
most
won't talk as much this year.
random sport. Let's remember the Blue Jays were 2 outs away, and 9 out of 10 times Miguel Rojas is not hitting that home run.
Pops out.
He pops out or strikes out. He was at 2 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have very easily lost that World Series. And if the Phillies offense doesn't suck, we get eliminated in the DS. So
True. Yeah.
like
You
if
guys
they
are such underdogs, man. It's
No.
really unbelievable.
I'm not saying underdog. I'm just saying like there's a chance for everybody still. Like we can lose. Like we could very well go out the way we did in 22 and 23. Get absolutely like dog walked by like San Diego
we can
or Arizona.
hope.
You can hope.
The baseball world can hope, but it ain't gonna happen.
Random
It's
stuff
not gonna
happens,
happen.
though. But random stuff happens. Like it is a very he said, it's a random game. Like you never know. Like things just happen.
Like let's remember, we got a Rangers
control it that well.
Diamondbacks World Series in 2023. Let's remember that.
That was random. Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna be rooting for the freaking Padres again. I'm gonna be rooting for the Padres when eventually they face off against the Dodgers again, and you guys are gonna like sweep the Padres. Like we're gonna the familiarity factor. Like give me a break. Like the baseball's over before it even started. I guess the only question is, are the Dodgers gonna break the win record? I don't even know what that is for baseball.
It's definitely in the 100 and like. Oh, I want to say it's 111. The Mariners did it like way back when. but I don't remember how much it was.
Awesome.
But yeah, the other news, the Mets responded to that because they were looking like they were going to get Tucker. They went and stole Bo from the Phillies, who reportedly the Phillies were ready to agree to Bo's demand of $200 million for 7 years, but the Mets, I think it was a panic pivot because Bo's going to play third, and he's never played third. Yeah. And remember, they traded for Marcus Semien, and they also signed Jorge Polanco. And Lindor's not going to move off of shortstop.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, actually. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so you're going to have Bo at third, Lindor at short, Polanco at first, and then Semien at second.
Bench.
And, I mean, they could get Cody Bellinger. They could get Cody Bellinger because they do need some outfield help, and it's been reported the Yankees aren't going to go into a bidding war for him because they think the offer they made, 5 years, I think it's like $160 million or something like that with opt-outs, was a very competitive offer. Very competitive. That's just what the Yankees are now. I know. They used to sign every free agent. Let's remember that. Way back when. No one complained about a salary cap then.
It's because social media didn't exist.
True.
And they would have. Social media didn't exist. They would have complained about it. I know baseball's always been this way. I know it has. I know. I don't know.
So
we wonder why it's a dying sport. We wonder why.
Pause.
Sorry, like
it's
three teams sign every single player.
Well,
the same 3 teams sign every player.
Well, here's the issue, Ryan, is that if you want a salary cap, the owners all have to get on the same side of it. There has to be a majority vote, and
I know
not every owner.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah, and not only that, they'll have to get on the same side, and the players are going to be against a salary cap. Every player is going to be against it because they want to get as much money as they can.
No, I know.
So
I know, and I'm not like blaming the Dodgers for doing it. If it is within the rules and your owner's willing to play, do it by all means. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like saying, oh, I'm like the Dodgers are ruining baseball. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
you're sick of the same team signing everybody.
No, not
you're not.
I don't know, man.
You're mad
it's
that not more teams are.
They don't need Kyle Tucker. They don't need Kyle Tucker.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to be on this team. That's all I'm saying.
Need him. Yeah.
And you guys both know it. Like, there's just no reason for him to be here.
I don't know if he'll admit it
he
at
is,
all.
And it's gonna be great.
So
it's gonna be awesome,
and
guys.
what's funny is the Blue Jays had a 10-year deal, which everyone thought he was.
They should have got him, to be honest,
because it was like I think 10 years, $350. But people are scared he's becoming like the next Anthony Rendon almost. Like he's just like
Kyle Tucker.
Like from what people are saying, like his body language or like how he talks about like baseball, like he doesn't sound like he's very into it engaged. Yeah, like so maybe that's why he was looking for short terms. And with the Dodgers, it's like so there's an opt out after the 2nd and 3rd year. So really, he's gonna be with the team for at least 2 years, and they're not committed to him long term. Yeah. So really, I think Tucker is just gonna take the short deal, and he'll just decide from there what he wants. But I mean, we're not gonna act like he hasn't won a ring because he won one with the Astros. He's won before,
right?
But like.
See Rendon.
And I honestly thought he would have taken the Mets offer because when I heard they were going for $50 million, I was like, okay, you guys can have him. Go ahead. Well, I'm surprised we paid him $60.
Literally just not played baseball for years though, so that's like a weird comparison to me.
Yeah, but it's just like, like that's what people are afraid of. They're afraid to go other than the Blue Jays, go long term because they don't know if he's going to be as engaged, because you don't want another Anthony Rendon situation where the dude is just always hurt, he's not as engaged, and he's like, oh yeah, like talking bad about the sport. We need to shorten these games. Oh, this isn't like fun for me. This is just a job, and like, you don't want that because it's just kind of a like a cancer to the clubhouse kind of. It kind of ruins the vibe of the team. So, Yeah. I think that'll
Yeah.
conclude baseball talk. Obviously, Bellinger's the only big free agent left.
Yeah.
Also, with Framber Valdez is the best starting pitcher because Ranger Suarez went to Boston. So, and then Bregman went to the Cubs. Yeah.
They're both giants. Let me tell you what, they're both giants.
I know you'd be over the moon. I hope so for you.
I was
We're not
shocked to see
they're not.
Philly let go of Ranger and didn't fight harder for that.
Yeah, I don't know what Philly's going to do. They did bring back JT, but I mean, right now they're just back at the same spot they were, but minus Ranger Suarez now. So really, you're rolling out the rotation of Christopher Sanchez, who's great. Jesus Luzardo, who's also good. And then you still got Aaron Nola, and now you just pray Zach Wheeler stays healthy. But yeah, you lose that postseason pedigree of Ranger Suarez because he's been a postseason like dog for them. So I don't know who your fifth starter is outside of
Red Sox rotation looked really nice.
Crochet and Suarez, and then Sonny Gray, Connolly Early.
Gray.
It's the rotation so they went from having a potent offense to now they're gonna lean on that rotation, but I don't know. They could pivot to get another bat. I think Isak Paredes is a good fit. But they'd have to trade with Houston, and it's going to depend on what Houston wants. Well, not divisional, but in conference.
He's not. I forgot. Yeah, he's not with the Rays anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll conclude baseball talk, and probably for this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, before we sign off, quick question: who you got? Indiana, Miami?
Indiana.
Okay. All right.
It's slow. It's a slow start. They made him punt already, so that's a lot more than a lot of teams do.
All right.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Time of Possession podcast. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff that you do on all the other podcasts and YouTube channels you watch and listen to. We really appreciate it. We will see you next week after the Broncos beat the Patriots.